Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is the creation of Elara, my moon fairy. I'd like to apologize in advance for the inconsistent lighting. My ring light decided to misbehave and somehow I failed to notice it at the time of filming. I tried to edit out as much as possible, but today's video is a little bit shorter than my usual. I promise I will have better lighting in my next one, and with that being said, I hope you still enjoy today's video. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Wow, did this girl give me some problems. Her part line split after I'd finished rerouting. I've had that happen prior to rerouting and I just fix it with some super glue, or I've also seen people sew it up, but I've personally never had it happen afterwards. That made it a bit more tricky to fix, but eventually I was able to get it sewn up. I rerouted her with nylon hair in the shade Wistful by Dollyverse, and then I also added in some streaks of metallic silver throughout. I hope you're able to see that. I did go ahead and do a boil wash off camera to help with some of the bulk on top, and I'll probably do another one after I'm done with her face up, just to help the hair lay as naturally as possible. And now I am ready to burrito wrap her hair to protect it from the MSC. Off camera, I prepped her face with 2 layers of MSC, waiting 15 minutes in between each spray and at least 30 minutes afterwards before beginning the face up. I wear a respirator mask, goggles, and a glove when spraying MSC, and I also spray it outside. As always, please be sure to read the manufacturer's safety instructions before using any of the materials mentioned in this video. With the prep out of the way, I can go ahead and begin her face up. I'm going to sketch in her eye shape with the Caran d'Ache Super Color Soft pencil in this shade Umber. This is actually my second attempt at doing her face up. I've probably mentioned this in past videos, but I try to get things looking as symmetrical as possible, especially with the eyes in the beginning. I find that if I don't, then I'm fighting to get that symmetry throughout the rest of the face up. So sometimes I find it easier to wipe the face early on if I'm not liking the way things are looking. Pan pastels, if you're not already familiar with them, are super pigmented, so taking the tiniest bit of titanium white, I'm going to add that to the high points of her face. I'm then taking my purple pastel to blush her face. Unfortunately, MSC really dulls down anything shiny, and I want her to have a nice glow, so I am applying this silver mica powder in between almost every layer of MSC. With my e.l.f. crease brush, I'm going to dust away any excess powder. I start adding definition around the eyes with my gray pastel first, and then I layer my black pastels over the top. I find if I lay down the gray pastels first, it makes it easier to blend the black into it. Off camera, I quickly added in her eye shines with white acrylic paint and a dotting tool. I also sealed in my work with 2 final layers of MSC, and now I am ready to get started on her wings. Before I can begin working with the wire and film, I need to sketch out the shape of the wings. I think I'm going to go for a dragonfly shape, but with pointed tips. For me, Rochelle was a bit of an obvious choice for this project. Her skin is perfect for a moon fairy, and she already has holes in her back for wings. Marking out the tip of her finger, I use this as a reference to ensure that the biggest wing is longer than her arm span. This is just personal preference. I tend to go for big wings. I have tacked down a piece of Angelina film over the top of my sketch, and I am now going to take my 20 gauge craft wire and shape it to my sketch. With a sparing amount of Aleene's tacky glue, I am going to glue the wire down to the film. If you'd like to see a more in-depth tutorial using Angelina film, I will link a video down below by Lady Dynamite Creates. They do an amazing job really walking you through the process step by step, and I highly recommend you check it out. Applying a thin layer of glue to the top side as well, I'm going to adhere the second piece of film, sandwiching the wire in between. I'm going to cut away the excess film about 1/8 of an inch away from the wire. Quick interruption from future me. I did a very silly thing and I missed a pretty crucial step the first time around. I also wasn't completely happy with the shape of the wings. So on take 2, I changed the shape a little bit and I'm going to seal the wings properly this time. Once I have the Angelina film glued down to the wire, I take a piece of parchment paper, fold it in half and sandwich the wing in between the two pieces. And then with a flat iron on its lowest setting, I gently run that over the top of the film. The reason why this is so important is because the Angelina film will adhere to itself with heat applied, and so this step secures the wire in between the two pieces of film. Here's a before and after the heat has been applied. It has almost a shrink wrap effect on the film, and that's what I'm looking for to know that the heat has done its job. The easiest way that I've found to seal the edges is using a tea light candle. I do like to use a lighter as well, but I prefer that for more organically shaped edges like this one. So I'm using the tea light candle to gradually seal the edges around the wire, and I'm trying to be really careful not to hold it in any one area for too long because I don't want to burn any holes in this particular set of wings. I had it recommended in a past video that I try a grill lighter, and while that's a fantastic idea, the one that I got has a really intense flame and it just burns the film way too quickly, so I need to try that again in the future with a different one. After I finished making all 6 wings, I put a coat of this 3D crystal lacquer on both the front and back sides of the wings. It seems to act almost like a varnish, protecting the wings, and also it makes them a little bit thicker. For that reason, I prefer to bend the wings into the desired shape before applying the lacquer. I'm going to wait till the very end to attach the wings and her 3D lashes, simply because she's easier to maneuver without them on. In an effort to prevent further delay on this video, I prepped and blushed her body off camera using the same purple and gray pastels I used on her face. I applied the silver mica pigment to the high points of her body as well. I felt like she needed a little bit of lilac somewhere else, so with this Folk Art color shift paint and the color Blue Violet Flash, I'm going to give her some nail polish. I am quickly going to seal in her nail polish with a little bit of Liquitex High Gloss varnish. I attached her wings and 3D lashes off camera, and with the help of a dress made by Tamia's Creations on Etsy, the link will be down below, this project is complete. Here is Elara the Moon Fairy. I really hope you enjoyed the making of Elara. If you did, please consider liking this video and maybe even subscribing if you'd like to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care. I am going to link Lady Dynamite